If you give your best in everything that you do, the right people will notice it.
Years and a fitness professional and exercise instructor. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Miss Sharon!
Sharon is a HR professional who arrived in Dubai in 2007. I'm just happy to work here, and because Dubai is a very beautiful place to work at, and along the way I've met beautiful people along the way who helped me to become a fitness professional.
Who is Ma'am Sharon in the Philippines naman?
I was also an HR professional there. I was working in the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, as an HR officer.
Wow!
So, and then I wanted to really makipagsapalaran dito sa Dubai. I went here for tourist visa. And then, I don't care what job will I get. Luckily, the first job that I got was HR related.
Inline, yeah.
God is good talaga.
Wow!
Because when you're going to a different country, hindi ka masyado picky dapat sa job.
Can you tell us more about your profession as an HR practitioner for 15 years?
Really a beautiful journey, wonderful journey, because I started really from scratch. Because when I went to the as an crewing officer in an oil and gas company in 2007, syempre it's a different sector from a educational sector. So I have to learn a lot. Thankfully, my boss there was a Filipino as well. And then I was there for 6 years. When there was an economic downturn, I get to change profession, because the only profession during that time that's available is the fitness
Instructor.
group fitness instructor.
So how did you transition? Like, ano
The
yung
transition
adjustment?
was because medyo super, I'm on the heavy side. So when I was in the office world, after 3 years, I became from like 55 naging 80 kilograms. Because nakakabili na tayo ng mga Pringles, mga chocolate, oh my God. So,
Inspired you to pursue both careers, like being an HR professional and then an instructor po?
as Filipinos, what inspired me is my family, of course. Lahat naman tayo parang same yung goal to really help our families in the Philippines to give the best life for them. So, for example, of course, when you're starting, hindi naman masyado enough
Boom.
yung money. So, like you said kanina, if you are madiskarte, we have to find other means.
Exactly.
Nagkataon lang, I'm very grateful na I met people from the gym who helped me. Even parang hindi ko, parang wow, ang laki niya, hindi makakapagturo. Parang ganun. Pero they will not put you down. They will inspire you. They will help you.
Exactly.
And I wanted to be in that business because, wow, you get to help people. You change their lives one class at a time.
Yes. May mga challenges ka during the sa work?
Sa HR, the challenge for the HR is yung volume ng paperworks, limited time, and time bound. Yung parang, halimbawa, you're arranging for a visa of captain or a officer who will get on board the vessel. Pag hindi siya nakuha timely,
so yung delays.
Oo, yung pag minsan out of your hands. Pero if you manage your time well naman.
Manageable
Sa
naman.
fitness naman, syempre when you started out, you're not really that super fit pa. You don't look the part yet. Yung judge ka. But anyway, I'm kinda, hindi naman ako mahiyain. So, as long as I know that I can teach a class safely, I don't care if I'm on the heavier side. I'm still also working. I'm also a work in progress. So, I need also discipline.
Also, what matters most is the knowledge. Let's give the fact na nandun ka sa heavy side or what not. But still, once you are an instructor, you will not be an instructor for nothing. Like, you will not be an instructor
course.
for that if you are not knowledgeable enough to cater your students, or to, alam mo yun, to help them kung ano man yung gusto nilang i-achieve or yung goal nila. 'Di ba? So
That's very very
that,
good point.
'di
Yes.
ba? Hindi naman yan porket thin ka or ano tapos instructor ka.
Yes.
No, no, no. It doesn't define the laman of your brain. 'Di ba?
Correct, because hindi ka naman tatanggapin ng mga gyms if you don't have a proper certificate.
Exactly.
First and foremost, you learn about it.
'Di ba?
There's a process
Yes,
actually.
of course.
So anyway, even if you go on a stage to teach, even if you're fit or not looking not so fit, you will be judged. So we just have to be open-minded and be grateful. Example, if you get feedback is always important. If you get a positive feedback, that's well and good. Constructive criticism, it will help you grow. You just have to
Yes.
accept it.
Exactly.
Because hindi ka na, you have to start somewhere. It's a process of, as you teach along the way, then you'll get better.
Have like a proudest moment when you achieved something ganyan before.
Proudest moment ko is I was able to get to have 2 jobs actually. Because if you tell my friends from the Philippines, they will not believe that I will be a group exercise instructor. Because growing up, I'm always a fat kid. But I was super blessed to get the best of both worlds. Yeah.
Exactly, no?
O, yun yung ano.
Yun yung achievement mo. Based on your HR experience, so what are the common challenges faced by Filipinos working abroad?
When I was on the HR job front, ang pinaka role ko is more on the training and compliance side. So you just have to really know the ins and out of the sector that you're in. And also you just have to know how to makisama sa mga kasamahan, so you can stay in that company for over the long haul. When it comes to challenges, ikaw lang din yung bibigay pag sa pressure pag hindi mo na kaya. But thankfully, we're Filipinos, we're resilient.
True.
Kahit super hirap pa ng trabaho, hindi ka matutulog. Magpupuyat ka para matapos yan.
What qualities do you think makes an employee stand out and become promotable? Like, as an HR specialist.
Kasi it varies It depends talaga. Pero I think you have to have the competence first and foremost on the role. And then you have to have a very good attitude about you have to deal with all kinds of people So you cannot be really high and mighty. To deal with people in all walks of life, either pag mataas sila, super, or the rank and file. Depends din sa kung anong level ng job.
Tama ba ako na sa iniisip ko na yung mga HR professionals are psychology graduates? More on?
More on, pag psychology ka, parang mapupunta ka dun sa linya na yon. Pero me, I am not a psychology graduate. I am business management graduate.
So how can OFWs develop leadership skills even without a managerial title?
That's a very interesting question because I read a book a long time ago. You can lead without a title.
Exactly.
Right? You just have to, even if you are not really a manager, you just have to, what do you call this? Be responsible and accountable sa job at hand. Just give your best. Because if you give your best in everything that you do, the right people will notice it.
What do you think is the common mistakes na ginagawa ng applicants during the job interview? Do you do interview before?
Fortunately, no. Parang nagsasala lang ng CV. Pero at the end of the day, iba pa rin yung magdedesisyon, yung mga bosses pa rin. Because medyo technical kasi yung mga job na kinukuha namin. So, ibibigay namin dun sa mas nakakaalam. Kasi yung sa amin, we get to have reliable manning agents to sift the people for us. And they will just give us the CVs. Parang medyo nasala na.
What do you think Filipino or what can Filipino professionals do to increase their chances of career growth in the UAE? Since that you have like 15 years of more than 15 years of experience, can you share to them kung ano yung ginawa mo or what have you done to really grow your career here in the UAE?
For me, what I have done is just know my job and try to do it well. And also, it's important to do upskilling, because if you take courses that will help you to, for example, if you're not good in Excel or during that time, yeah.
And
have
a
to-
lot of Filipinos now are taking extra courses
Yes.
talaga, 'di ba?
Oo.
At ang dami ring mga schools dito na
I mean, parang innate na yata sa mga Filipinos
oo,
na,
to explore and explore, no?
yes. Kasi nga, like what you said, it all comes back to the discarded that you're telling about. Because they know that if you equip yourself, you're getting ready. I mean, you're giving yourself knowledge, so you're already ready before there's an opportunity. And also, try to be good to your colleagues and all your people that you're dealing with at work.
Sure.
With respect. I mean,
Exactly.
because if you act professionally, I think it's very important.
Alam mo, kapag professional ka, wala talaga, you will never go wrong. Like, you can stand firm.
Yes.
Kasi you're acting professionally.
And you know what you're
Now,
doing.
what does empowerment truly mean for a Filipino working abroad like you?
Yeah, Filipino empowerment, I think it will boil down again that Filipino is madiskarte. They know what they can offer because they are really equipping themselves. And go-getter mga Filipino They are
Risk taker.
risk taker.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, pag minsan kasi parang, do you know how to do this? But, yes, I know how to do this. But, aaralin.
And also, ang mga Filipino mabilis matuto.
Fast
Kaya
learner.
yung ibang mga employer talaga, di ba, gustong-gusto nila kapag Filipino yung nag-apply sa kanila. Kasi we are fast learner, di ba?
And also, you know, the attitude.
True.
Para silang respect. Tayo pala. May galang tayo. May manners. Empowerment. Empowered na kasi sila. Like, because hindi naman sila makikipagsapalaran
Dito.
no? Wala silang
Guts.
courage, guts, and bravery to iwanan yung mga families nila.
Do you think, or how do you think kabayan build resilience during this every difficulties? Paano?
You're pertaining about the difficulty in the economic downturn or like the war?
As
or
in
in
general,
general?
yeah.
I think it boils down to, it's not all rosy, right? Talagang dadating yung time na, example, economic downturn, war, yung threat na mawawalan ka ng work.
And
or-
how does kabayan you think how they build,
Build the
resilience?
Bisa sa pagkakaalam ko kasi mga Pilipino resilient na kaagad dahil meron silang reason why they are here.
Sure. And also kabayans really have a lot of experiences
Yes.
back home kahit sa Philippines
Exactly.
pa lang. That's most of the kabayans talaga na nandito is talagang alam mo yon, aside sa may reason sila, they have this kind of experience na naging reason kung bakit gusto nilang mag-work abroad.
Exactly. So, they will do anything they can.
With all the experiences that a kabayan had here in the UAE, being resilient is the key talaga. No? As I've mentioned earlier, we did experience a lot of things back in the Philippines.
so hard.
And it makes us, and that's what makes us Filipino. No? That what made us resilient.
Yeah.
So before we end this podcast, This afternoon, I prepared a fast talk for you, ma'am.
OMG. Shucks. Kita mo, is that you?
Ayan, I prepared a fast
Oh my
talk for
God.
you.
Shucks.
So, morning workout or evening workout?
Evening.
Evening. Discipline or motivation?
Discipline.
Comfort zone or growth zone?
Growth zone.
One word that defines an empowered Filipino.
Resilient.
Best advice you've ever received.
Always put God first.
One habit every kabayan should start today.
Discipline. It's
A
important.
message to every Filipino striving for a better future abroad. Message.
Message, just be resilient. If you, and in everything you do, give your best, and people will notice and you'll succeed.